Hello, my nomies. For today's show and tell, I brought this, my brand new Apple Watch Sport Edition. And my arm is very sore for as many times that I've been doing this off and on throughout the afternoon after unboxing it live in the Geek Lifestyles YouTube channel. I'm using this watch interface, if only because I find it to be the most information-dense interface out of all the watch faces that you can select. Hang on, let me tap and hold. There we go. Sometimes the interface responds the way it should, it's just that my touch is, I guess, not working the way it should to get the interface to respond the way I'd like it to. Either way, I've certainly run into my fair share of snags, but also have been largely impressed. That was something that my initial impressions really didn't show. I ended up doing the live TLDR, the broadcast in the other channel, and then after that, ended up doing the watch setup, largely with my super nomies as the hangout. That ended up being like, what, over an hour long, with me setting up the watch and talking through my experiences. Of course, all my patrons, aka Super Nomies, would be able to watch that today or, at any point in the future as well. One of the things that happened during setup that was a major snag was all of my applications on my iPhone, which was paired easily, ended up installing on the watch, and that was kind of a mistake because I didn't want that to happen, and I told the Apple Watch, don't do that, and it did it. So, for the most part, in using this off and on throughout the day and testing it with various people, not just people who are in my contact list, my friends, specifically one friend who happens to have an Apple Watch. I'm not going to annoy him, however, he may be in bed. Jared of Jared and Ellie, you might watch their vlogs, and we were exchanging heartbeats and drawings and animated emoticons and everything. So this has been a lot of fun. Given that I really haven't had a lot of experience with smartwatches in general, I haven't run into too many snags. Sometimes it doesn't exactly respond like I'd like it to respond, but hey, it's technology, it's version 1.0. I'd say as far as 1.0 is concerned, they did a pretty good job. The interface sometimes gets a little jittery, especially when there doesn't seem to be a lot of things going on, even though there are a lot of things going on likely in the background. So they definitely have to smooth out some rough spots. But for the most part, I would say my initial impressions using this on the very first day would get me to wear it again and again and again, if only to measure my activity. And this, I would say, is probably the #1 adoption reason for the Apple Watch over other products, is specifically to be able to track your fitness, track your heart rate, and of course be able to tell the time and the weather and all of that. I would say that it's tweakable as much as I'd need it to be tweakable. I'd love to have different watch faces, but I'm fine with this one for now. The biggest surprise for me would be this. Okay, let me get this right. I'm going to launch the camera application. I'm looking at an angle. What happens if the camera application is not open on the phone is that it'll launch the camera application on the phone. And there I am. Look at that. It's me. I'm on the watch. It's crazy. Frame rate isn't amazing. Still, I can control the camera by way of the watch. That was a big surprise. I was not expecting that to happen. The digital crown works exceedingly well. It's, for the most part, a very fluid experience. I would say that I am happy with my Apple Watch Sport Edition, despite it having sport in the title. Stay tuned for a series of reviews. I'm going to be doing a full day after the Apple Watch in the Geek Lifestyles channel as the part of the broadcast, as well as a 1 week after the Apple Watch, and also 1 month after the Apple Watch, and then ultimately doing a full-on Apple Watch experience review likely after a month. I want to use it for a while to really see how it fits or how well it fits in my lifestyle. So, thanks again for paying attention. Thanks again for geeking out with me. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.